it ends up with a kill, and we end up getting Dusa instead. So
maybe that's when Gambit make a play happen. There it is. It's actually KP.
Dream dies.
Dream, all right.
That is very surprising.
Meanwhile, over the mid lane, Vampire is going to be trying to go for the toss back onto Armel. Leads off of the Avalanche, close enough to get the toss back into the tower range. GPK doing a good job pulling him as far back as possible. He's going to run out of the mana shield here. Is Armel taking up on just that alone? He has a little bit of fairy fire he can use as he gets into the trees, a toss of the tree, and that is going to be good
didn't get
enough.
his fairy fire off.
This is more of a harassment lane.
Yeah, this is more just like war hits you. You just show up when you've got your spells back up. It's FNG.
He might be dead here. If he gets hit by the split earth, he probably will die unless Dream can help him take up some damage, especially with that bash helping him out. And if anything, Tim's could be in a spot of trouble here if another bash comes down. Dream gonna time walk away, but FNG gonna be chased down by KP. He can cut through the trees if he wants to. Eventually, FNG will be found, voided, and gone on. There he goes. He's going to go for the toss back on the Medusa once again, but there is going to be March coming in. Can he save him with the extra bit of mana going out? That gives him the tankiness to survive through the Sonic Blast, but it's not quite enough, GPK.
This mid kill, they know what the real threat to this game is. It's Armel. You can have a good Beastmaster game, but if you can kill this guy over and over
March, he's trying to get there. Will be able to get his ultimate off as well as the Chakra Magic. The turnaround now as Gambit comes in. They do manage to finish off that Medusa, but it looks like it could be too dead from Gambit as Vampire. Going to be chased down by Gabby eventually here. May not have the mana for a void. Chakra Magic will be given to him. You need to be there catching the creep wave before it even gets up to the other side of the river.
And the roar, Necrobook popped.
Well, we're going to see how tanky he is here. He does still have the hood, but he's going to be pulled back in by that Will-O-Wisp, blasted back in as well. FNG's going to be able to get a freezing field out, but they quickly escape that area, except for poor Underlord. It gets tossed into that. Now KP, he does have the Shadow Strike still on him, just a scream, and it looks like he may take out, but he could be denied at the same time. TP away, KP's actually fine.
Whereas the other heroes I feel like were exploitable.
Dream gonna be able to get a Chronosphere out with the freezing field. They're laying everything they have to be able to kill KP. He still got out the Primal Roar, but TNC, they don't want to take the fight. Even if it is nighttime, they
That's 5 heroes there.
Just a bit, yeah. That's a little bit too deep on top of a shrine. Chronosphere is down though, so TNC may still be able to force an engagement. They managed to push him back into the silence. A beautiful Blinding Light blast from March, but it's not gonna result in the kill. Queen of Pain is too tanky with the strength treads.
They know there's no Chronosphere, so Armel's still very far forward. The Dark Ascension has been popped.
AoE Void, they're going to be able to get the toss of the Medusa into the rest of the enemy team, but do they actually want that? Because now she just pops her Stone Gaze, the rest of Gambit have to get out. A beautiful Dark Rift, though. That actually forces so much out. So those are actually really big team fight items. I think you're right. But first, there's going to be pick off on Gabby potentially here with the Chronosphere. And once again, the freezing
Let him get his BKB off.
A beautiful one. Now he's going to get off his BKB, turned around with the silence.
The Will-O-Wisp is so good.
Now with the control up on this Faceless Void, he's so done for. They're going to be able to get the Void to slow down another 2 heroes. GPK is hoping by hitting this tier 2 someone will come back, but no, TNC go for the high ground. They're immediately going to jump in with a nice Will-O-Wisp and the follow-up of a Blink Dagger from Gabby. Managed to get the Underlord. No spells are going to return, and Shashlo is going to be going down here from the boar, and Vampire may just be chased all the way to the ends of the fountain, especially with the Chakra Magic, giving her a fresh round of Void. Gabby and the rest of TNC march into the Gambit base.
They're pinging tier 4s.
Yeah.
That's how confident they feel.
GPK, they're saying, like, you cannot keep on going for this bottom lane. You're going to have to come back and defend. They do have the Chronosphere up, but 1 tier 4 is already down. Gambit, they got to start setting up in a hurry, and if they're not careful, they're going to start dying back on some of these heroes as Gabby tries to threaten FNG a little bit. Both tier 4s down. TNC.
Got to be careful about chasing this because TNC will fight. They won't abandon their Medusa here. The backline still strong, letting Armel sit in front, daring them to go on him.
Have something that's going to change their fate. Otherwise, they're going to have to just roll over as Armel immediately starts targeting GPK, who blinked into that, is going to be forced into a BKB, but just the physical damage. No, he's going to turn on a Dream instead. Dream is going to be able to get his BKB and will be able to time walk it off. The Dark Rift should be able to get everyone to safety.
He's got his Blink Dagger up again. He might just go for the chase. He still has his DE room.
They need the rest of the team. Vampire's going to try and come in with a Force Staff. He does manage to save him. Can they catch Gabby? What's your way to start this fight? What is the strategy? It's got to be some sort of toss back. I'm not sure if you want to go for the Medusa. He does manage to get the real one. He tried to go for the Manta dodge, but no such luck. They're going to be able to get the Chronosphere onto Armel.
Light again!
Will-O-Wisp, as well as the Blinding Light, just making things terrible for Gambit. They're going to have to retreat back to their fountain, but they've already lost their 2 supports, and Underlord stuck here with no damage. He try and fight up against Gabby. No such luck there. They're just going to call it. They know it just doesn't matter if their cores live through this fight. They don't have the damage.
The siege tanks, okay?
it's a gyre.
Yeah.
KP feels real good about taking these fights, and this should be a kill on FNG. First blood goes the way of KP.
Gabby forced to teleport back. March will bring him back in with the Chen. Next to Divine.
I think Armel's dead.
Yeah, it looks like a double damage that cheating in here. He really wants the slow. He wants the extra stuns, and now he's going to show up. Two-man hit with the blast off, and KP, he's going to try and kill the support, but it looks like Tim's going to be run down by Dream, very easily getting that kill, and Vampire will be able to get out. If anything, KP may still die. If the Blood Right lands, KP jukes it to the left, but that means he's pretty far away from any safety. Slowed down, Dream sped up from the Thirst. Might be able to still run him down, except for Lena's going to TP in, so maybe not a good LSA, but a nuke comes out from FNG. That actually completes the kill. They're going to fight our Gyrocopter. Let's just go for it. Bottom lane, though, they are going to be able to get the Rupture on Gabby. Chen brought him into this push, but now Shachlo is going to try and make a kill happen here. It's going to lead off onto KP. KP getting into the trees until he's pulled back by FNG. And Gabby, who still has the Rupture on him, is kind of stuck. Vampire's going to go for the deny of the blast off. Does manage to get it. Doesn't hit the damage onto Gabby, but it looks like Dream may be able to get him. The body blocks were almost there from that Frost Ogre, but it looks like it was actually good enough. He doesn't want to chase Gabby underneath the tier 1 tower. Instead, they're going to have to content themselves with a kill on March.
Being very aggressive. He doesn't want to get into a...
Uh-oh. They baited him in to try and go for the tower, and he got the multicast. That'll allow Gabby. Oh, he doesn't actually hit the splitter. That's going to be a bit of trouble. Now, he should be able to run him down still with all that magic damage, unless the missile creates enough space. KP tries to rear up the fire blast, and he gets another multicast. Of course you do, KP. FNG runs out of damage. 25 HP left on that Ogre. He has vision of him, too, thanks to the Thirst of the Bloodseeker. And that is Dream, who's going to come up to this top lane.
He's coming up here fast.
Oh, he knows he's denying the tower right now. He can't actually get to it in time.
He's trying to do what he can.
The Blood Right comes in. He's going to be able to dodge that. A Rupture out, and eventually just trying to play on this high ground, but the core Ogre can just wander up. There is going to be Armel TPing in. He stuns himself with the Unstable Concoction, but they still manage to get the Yules. Shachlo doesn't have actually Burrow Strike up, so he can't actually get away from any of this right now, and he's going to be chased down by TNC pretty easily.
Shachlo does have that Blink Dagger. I think he might actually
Blood Right's going to reveal. They're going to go for the epicenter. There's just going to do the Burrow Strike, and he grabs it. He grabs it in time. Shachlo!
And he gets
big save, gets the Aegis, and the last hit onto the Roshan. Don't think he's getting out of here alive, but you did your best, buddy. So who do they go for? Do they go for the Aeon Disc support, the Chen that doesn't matter, or the three very tanky cores? Well, they're just going to run at the Gambit crew, and they're going to have a lot of mines out. That's going to do a lot of damage to KP. They're going to try and turn GPK, laying out some flat cannon shots. Armel is certainly not the hero they're going to be able to bring down, but maybe some of the backline with the epicenter going out. Gabby with his BKB, he may not last for long. In fact, he will go down away from his allies as he tries to sandwich Gambit, but Gambit push right back into him. Another Aegis, and this time Cheese.
I bet he walks to the exact same space.
Yep.
And then he waits for the Blood Right to come in for the vision.
Yep.
And they're going to do it again.
Lead off on Rupture on a KP instead. Follow-up Burrow Strike. Immediately Yule Sceptered up, though. And now the Sand King's going to be in trouble. He does manage to get a Force Staff off. The Hood of Defiance can still protect him a little bit. The Chain Crawl's bouncing back and forth, but at the same time, Armel does stun himself. His damage is completely out of this fight. That means GPK can focus on some of the back line. He tries to run him over. Shachlo's still trying to get away, though, and FNG, he's going to be quickly eaten up by Armel, who's now going to be able to get the stun onto the Gyrocopter as well. They don't have any of these disengage tools, the Lich and the Sand King being dead.
I'm gonna go for the high ground again. This should be the death push. TNC
Storm
gonna fortify their wave. There is a minefield sign, but they're just gonna go to the left of it slightly.
Even opening up some of the trees that they can play around. Okay, Rupture onto KP once again.
Not sure if they care about it. They're gonna clear out the tree waves so that there's no Sand King epicenter, but he's actually all the way to the right. But it doesn't matter if you just lose your base like this.
Trying Chain Frost is going to be a lot of damage. Maybe they can actually overwhelm Armel. Dream's trying to run him down still, but the regen over time is allowing Armel to be able to survive as TNC since that minefield sign.
Yeah, just walk around to the left again.
See if they can get some sort of Sinister Gaze or Force Staff plays that could possibly get them into the mines. That's what they really need here is Lotus Orb protecting Gabby. Oh, there's the Sinister Gaze trying to pull him back in as best as possible with the Burst Strike out. Not quite over the remote mines though, and Armel will be able to run to the left and be fine, but Gabby just runs forward with his BKB. Doesn't actually finish off any of these heroes. He's gonna run to the minefield side though, but he does have that Aegis. So they just blew all the remote mines, and now TNC can back in. GPK, epicenter going out and going. Does manage to hit the Lina with this Burrow Strike, but doesn't really get the most amount of damage. His allies couldn't follow that up. They weren't ready to go. They were still low and regenning up. Vampire tries to position himself again to be able to get some remote mines out. They take away the Aeon Disc of the Lina, but now Dream has been Abyssal Blade up. Fortunately, Armel got stopped by the Laguna Blade out. Another round of remote mines going to do some damage, but still not enough. They do have the BKB from Armel back up for him to be able to challenge the Gyrocopter, but he's got his Satanic. He activates it. He's going to be able to get a life steal out of that one, and the Chain Frost bouncing out and finish off. Please hit Gabby. He does manage to bounce back to him, but the rest of TNC will be able to split themselves up while Armel single-handedly deals with GPK. The rest of TNC looking to be able to retreat, but they can't leave the Alchemist by himself. Uh-oh, Dream. Does he just overextend himself? Does manage to get a bash in. Armel finished him off. Double kill for him.
They fort. They want to go for this before the Aegis.
Yeah.
And look at this team, how aggressive they are.
Minefield sign. Actually a little bit off the mark there. This isn't actually protecting the mines. They throw, oh, he did force that, but that hit Aeon Disc. That means Tim's just easily resets, and now there's nothing to stop TNC. And look at Armel go.
Once that
multicast after multicast onto the techies. Missile after missile. They're going to try and chase in onto KP. Blow him up real quickly. He does have the cheese, but if they chase him, no, he got off the cheese just in time before the missile landed.
Hex in 1 second.
They're going to turn around Dream. He's going to get bursted down by the Laguna Blade, but GPK doing so much damage. The flat cannon shots will manage to finish off the Lina. Mass buying back, though, and the missile, it's going to be able to chase down Armel. Can he actually get this kill by himself? GPK with this Divine Rapier came in big time, but Armel with a BKB. He's going to try to hide into the trees. He's going to juke off the unstable concoction. Now he comes back in. Does he have any more disables? He just doesn't have the mana. Oh, Armel, he's going to man fight him, but GPK, he does have a Satanic. This is not a good play for him. Armel just needs to keep kiting him around, but where is the rest of Gambit? Where's the rest of TNC?
Seeing what sort of initiation opens up for him as Vampire walks into the Roshan pick, gets caught by the stun, force staffed out. Rupture is on Gabby.
Do manage to get some vision. The side device, though, they're going to try and chain stun up this Gyrocopter, but the Lotus Orb is laid out onto him. So, in the unstable concoction, actually stunning out Armel. Not great for them. They've already lost KP. Now they manage to get the bash.
On top of Armel!
Trouble, half health. Blast off going to come in, but he does manage to get his BKB off as well as the mech. That's going to be okay. He also has the Hand of God from Chen, so they shouldn't overcommit too much, thinking they're going to get a kill before that burst comes in. The unstable concoction landing on a GPK. They need to be able to finish bomb. Oh, the Laguna Blade's not quite enough to get shots off, but maybe Gyrocopter. He does have a
so low.
He has a Divine Rapier. They chain stun him down, and he falls. Divine Rapier on the deck.
It was the only reason any of those fights looked remotely close.
How many remote mines are there here underneath this sign? Well, me not matter. Double force stats. They're trying to get Armel into a position underneath those mines. KP will gladly take it if possible because he does have that Aegis. The Abyssal Blade goes onto Armel, allowing Dream to be able to retreat. 15 seconds till the Gyrocopter's back up. They just have to let Megas happen at this point. A refresher actually being used by Gabby to be able to catch Vampire with the Yule Scepter, so he has a dieback. Now, it's going to be a 4 versus 5 for the fate of the throne of Gambit.
And this is going to go down really fast. Questioning his decision now to wait for this, but this is an all-in.
Divine Rapier is on its way. Activates the flat cannon shot with the Burrow Strike. Starting things off. They do have that extra bit of damage coming out from GPK. They're going to be able to take down the Gyrocopter.
No solo!
Down. The second Divine Rapier on the deck. Gabby controlled up. Bash, bash, bash from Dream. He's going to be going down as well. 2 cores. Dead from TNC and Gambit are going to take a third.
They're going to get more.
KP.
They need to march down mid right now. GPK out, force a bad fight from TNC, and look at how quickly that tower goes down.
Jesus, they're gonna have to do something about this inside device. Do they have the force stats to protect him? Of course they do.
They're gonna reset things.
Reset it again. Slow him down. FNG just making sure he does manage to have the Burrow Strike. Oh, no,
oh, he's gone!
Armel! He just wiped that Gyrocopter, who does have a buyback. Dream's gonna try and go and kill somebody here, but he just can't man fight anybody. Gabby is actually out life-stealing any of Dream's damage. Divine Rapiers.
Crazy miracle hold. I don't know how, but...
Where are the force staff plays?
I mean, they've done it like 4 times this game, but...
They activate the glyph to get the creeps to run through some more mines. They'll get vision. The remote mines as well. Armel, well, he's got an Aegis, so he'll start chopping away at the site. Gonna make the initiation onto Lich, but they don't want to blow up these mines just yet. They're trying to get the force staff onto Gabby, but it was facing the wrong direction. GPK also getting force staff, but finally they blow the mines to be able to take away the Aegis of Armel. But that's what he wanted the entire time anyway. Now he's gonna slot in his BKB to fill that Aegis empty slot. Pick the techies for him. Now, he's gonna have to somehow win for GPK. Oh, they missed the split Earth stun. Now they're the defensive force downs come in from Gambit. Immediately, Scythe of Ice being used on a Dream. They're thinking about pushing forward. Armel just a little bit scared of all these proximity mines. Stun out, two-man stun coming out from Shotzo. Is going to be able to lock down the two cores. Armel getting stunned up, but a heal coming down, and now he's going to start marching forward, go straight for GPK. He's already dead. Now the sun's up, bashing down this Bloodseeker, who just cannot do enough damage against this tanky Alchemist FNG, as well as Shotzo buying back a three-man Burrow Strike this time around, but again, they're just out of damage. TNC will be stalled up by a glyph activated, but Gambit, no, this is the end. They're gonna call it here. 61 minutes in, and TNC